Instead of buying chairs for the people that work there, we had to sit on the floor.
Well, from hell to heaven, we are taking you on a corporate bullying journey tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Melinda Spalding.
And I'm Mike Barajas. Intimidation on the job is a very vicious problem that continues to grow in this tough economy. Fox 26's Isaiah Carey is here for an encore on this topic tonight. Isaiah?
Mike and Melinda, last night we brought you a picture of bosses who have run amok, essentially torturing their employees mentally. It's been labeled corporate bullying. Tonight we take a second look at bosses, one boss who gets it right and how he thinks you should address the problem. The cold hard facts are corporate bullying is real and remains rampant in the workplace.
It's not a case of does it happen. The only real question is how much of it's going on in your company.
You've heard from the victims who told a tale of degradation and humiliation, all at the hands of their bosses.
They made us sit on the floor. Instead of buying chairs for the people that work there, we had to sit on the floor.
It's cruel and unusual punishment perpetrated by supervisors or bosses who lack the moral compass to do anything different.
Bullying is not the way to do business these days. It's just not right. You shouldn't treat people that way.
And there are a lot of bosses out there that do it the right way. Meet Joe Turner. He heads the City of Houston's Parks Department. He oversees 1,200 employees year-round, and from what we can gather, they love working for him. Those employees all call him by his first name.
Joe is a good communicator. I really do. I think Joe is a wonderful listener. I think he's both firm and flexible. He cares about the people, and all of them together makes a good boss.
We're told Turner is 180 degrees from that bullying boss we may have encountered or heard about. The former businessman says intimidation has no place on the job.
So you can either be a good boss and hang on to your crew, or you can be, like the other bosses you're talking about, and always have constant turnover. Turnover costs you money.
How bad is corporate bullying? Recent statistics show 1 in 3 American workers are victims. 20% of bullying crosses the line into harassment, which then becomes illegal. 60% of corporate bullies are men. They tend to bully males and females equally. However, studies show female bullies are more likely to target other females on the job.
I can tell you, I experienced it. I worked for a lady that was one of the examples of a bully is the term referred to as a queen bee syndrome.
Craig Clayton was a victim and is now an expert on corporate bullying. The author and consultant says managers and companies should quickly address the problem before it consumes the workforce.
Get out of the C-suite and go talk to your people. If you work in a company where you've got people that are at a grassroots entry level, go talk to them. Go sit in the cafeteria and have a cup of coffee. Ask them, have they encountered these behaviors?
Now, Turner says he already does that as a top guy at the Parks Department. He also gives this advice to supervisors who go too far.
The bosses, you ought to look at what you're doing to people. You're physically scarring people for life.
Remember Corinthia Miller? The attorney says her bullying was so bad, she quit her job.
I would dread Sunday night because it meant in a couple of hours I would have to get up and go to wherever this person was. And on top of that, it made me not want to work for anyone else.
So before you get to that point as an employee, Turner offers these significant words of wisdom to victims of corporate bullying.
Change jobs.
Simple as that.
Change jobs.
Now, we know some can't afford to quit their jobs, but here are some steps you need to take if you're going to hang in there. First, document all the bad behavior. Then take it up the chain of command. If that doesn't work, try the Labor Department. And something interesting from Ms. Miller, who's now an attorney. She says if you're forced to leave your job because of bullying, not fired, if you thoroughly documented the case, you could even qualify for unemployment for a limited amount of time. Mike and Melinda.
Thanks, Isaiah. And this brings us to tonight's text phone question. Have you ever been bullied by your boss? Just text yes or no to 31403 or vote on our homepage at myfoxhouston.com. We'll have the results for you in the second half hour of this newscast.
And your comments about bully bosses just keep pouring into our Fox 26 Facebook fan page. Apparently it's a very hot topic. Stephanie said, I actually quit my last job because of it. Jocelyn wrote, I was at a previous job, but I played it cool and beat him at his game. What a mean, miserable person. And Carlos told us, yeah, and if he tells me one more thing, I'm going to become the bully. And I drive a forklift. We want to hear more of your bully boss horror stories. You can post your stories to our Fox 26 Facebook page, or you can record a video version of your story and then email it to us at mynews@fox26.com. Tomorrow night at 9, we'll have some experts on the newscast to give you the advice you need on how to handle those bully boss situations.